Hey everybody, Nicole Hetty here from Papertrey Inc. I've got a lot of questions over the past few months about how I do my looped ribbon technique on my cards, just like this card right here, and I thought I would show you step by step exactly how I do it. I'm going to start by creating the background for my project. I've got a background strip from Background Basics Botanicals. I'm inking it up with vintage cream ink, and I'm stamping it onto Melonberry cardstock. You basically just want to work your way down the sheet until you fill up your whole card cover. After completing that stamping, I'm just going to take the Vintage Tea Dye Duo around the edges, just swiping it like this. Now I've got a strip of craft cardstock that's 1.5 inches wide, and I'm going to be stamping it with the original textile set using dark chocolate ink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it 4 times to cover this strip. Now there's going to end up being some overlap in the center of the strip, but that's okay because I have a focal point that's going to cover it up when I'm done. After I'm done stamping that, I'm going to go along the bottom and top edges with the Chai Tea Dye Duo. I've taken the smallest scallop border die that we have and die cut 2 strips of cardstock, and I'm now going to adhere that to the back of the text strip that I made a bit ago. After placing adhesive on the back, I'm just going to go ahead and line the scallops up with the top edge, and then do the same thing on the other side. I'm now going to take the Melonberry background piece that we created earlier and adhere this right to the center. Now I'm going to flip this over and trim the edges of the border with my craft knife. Now I'm going to show you exactly how I do the ribbon. You obviously want to do it before you put your focal point down. What you want to do is you want to cut one piece of ribbon that's just slightly smaller than the width of your card, and then you want to cut 2 more pieces that are exactly double the length of the first piece that you cut. I like to use score tape to adhere the ribbon in place. Here I've put a piece on the back of this ribbon, and you'll notice I've trimmed both ends of this ribbon strip with pinking shears. You could also just cut a V if you like, whatever you prefer. I've got a second piece of score tape that I'm just placing right in the middle of this original strip, and what I'm going to do is take one of the larger pieces I cut earlier and adhere it down onto that tape and create the first loop for the left side. And then I'm going to come straight across, pressing this down on the tape, and I need just a little piece, second piece of tape. I'm going to stick it right there, and that allows me to go ahead and make my second loop. You can leave it with the one set of loops, but I went ahead and added a second stack the exact same way, just pulling the loops in a little bit closer. I'm now using a piece of cardstock cut with our Matte Stack 1 die, and I'm stamping the butterfly from Butterfly Dreams right in the center using Melonberry ink, just like so. And then I'm going back in with dark chocolate ink and the Hope You're Feeling Better sentiment from Everyday Button Bits, and I'm going to stamp that right across the center of the butterfly. Just like I have with all the other pieces of this project, I'm going to go ahead in and swipe the edges with the Vintage Tea Dye Duo. I've put foam dimensionals just at the top and the bottom of the mat stack piece so that it will nestle nicely right over the ribbon I created earlier. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick this right into place. I've got my card base here, and I'm just applying some of the Tea Dye Duo around its outside edge. I'm covering the card front with adhesive, and now I'm just adding the focal point that I created, like so, and there's your finished card.